we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never
Right.
in my life.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to another exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports, the realest, most trillest sports podcast in all the land. Folks, I am KSpadeTheProspect.
I'm your boy, Paris 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade. Man, a lot of things happen in sports. Let me kick it off, champ.
Let's go.
For starters, I want to start off right with the NBA. You know, a lot of things happening in the NBA. We ain't starting with the finals, guys. Relax, we'll get there. I want to talk about coaching jobs, coaching changes. Some coaches got some jobs out there, and some coaches was let go, which we also talked about. So Tibbs was out of there. Fred Hoiberg is in there with the Bulls.
Right.
What else? Scott Skiles, he's going to take over for the Orlando Magic. And Alvin Gentry ended up interviewing with the Pelicans.
Twice.
Spade, do you like... Twice?
Twice.
Do you like these moves, Spade, or what you thinking about these moves?
I gotta admit, the only one to me that really concerns me is this Hoiberg deal. I mean, I feel like he got some big shoes to fill. Well, I take that back.
Okay.
Also, with the Pels, I'm not really sure I don't know, man. I don't feel like they had a bad coach. So,
Okay.
I mean, Orlando, clearly, I felt like they needed to go in a different direction. So, who knows? Scott Skiles could be the dude for them. These other two teams, I got big question marks by them. Big question marks by them.
Let me jump in there. First of all, what is with the Chicago Bulls? This happened before. The Chicago Bulls had a decent coach. They ended up firing the decent coach and going right to Iowa State. Like, what is going on with the Bulls and Iowa State? We hired Tim Floyd before from Iowa State. We hiring Fred Hoiberg, and that's the fan in me when I say we. We're hiring Fred Hoiberg again from Iowa State. What is up with the Bulls in Iowa State? I don't know about Scott Skiles with the Magic. I'd have liked them to go probably in another direction. Scott Skiles is one of those guys that's, you know, had a few jobs in the league. And, I mean, what's wrong with my dude Pat Ewing, Spade? Why can't Pat Ewing get a job?
Hey, you know what they tell me? They say Pat don't talk. Well, man, I thought it was BS, but that's what y'all tried to tell me when I brought it up on the show. The man been an assistant for over a decade. I mean, give him a shot.
And he was an assistant in Orlando.
For Orlando,
I don't understand
right.
why. Yeah, I don't understand why Pat Ewing can't get at least a call for an interview. Come on, man. Give Pat Ewing a shot, man. My last point, then we can move on. It's reported that Thibodeau won't interview with any of these guys. Like, Tibbs don't want to interview with the Pelicans. Like, he said he's not interviewing with these guys. So
I heard he want to take a year off. I mean,
yeah, man.
He losing a lot of hair. He about to join your boy in the ball club over here, man. So, you know, he probably want a year to get his thoughts right. A stress-free year of your life, I mean, that's got to be a very valuable thing to have. And then he can kind of, you know, dot his I's and cross his T's and then take another step toward his coaching career. They say that this guy is married to the sport of basketball. Like, Tibbs is a guy that loves coaching. He's not out here just trying to get a check. He loves this. So I imagine, I think we're going to start to hear some things from both sides, from him and as well as the organization about their split. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start to hear some things over the next couple of weeks, a month or so.
Okay. I'll buy some of that.
Okay, well, check this out. Finals, man. You know, this is quite possibly one of the most exciting, at least on paper, NBA Finals matchups, you know, in a while. I think we've had some good ones, but this one will definitely rank up there, I believe. And everybody want to know our predictions. And by everybody, I'm including myself. So with that being said, I'm going to strong arm you, man. Give me your finals predictions, bro. Go. No thought. Don't even think on it. Just go. Just go.
Let me tell you. Nah, you can't just do that.
Yeah, I can.
You can't do that. All right, I'm gonna say the Warriors win. I'm gonna say the Warriors win in 6.
In 6.
Warriors win in 6. Yeah, in 6.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I need more information. Why are you feeling like that?
I mean, let me tell you. I want LeBron to win it for Cleveland. I want him to win it for Cleveland. But I just think the way the Warriors have been playing, the Warriors went through damn near every team that was it in the West. They went through everybody that was it in the West. Everybody that was it in the West, the Warriors went through. And I just think the way that Steph is playing and the Warriors are playing as a team, I think it, you know, sometimes you get that glow. Sometimes you get the glow, and I think the Warriors got the glow. I think they have the glow this year. And I ain't taking nothing away from LeBron, because I would love LeBron to get this championship for Cleveland. I think that would solidify and like put that brand on his legacy. For him to get that, being from Akron, to get that championship in Cleveland, I think people will be like, okay, we gotta leave LeBron alone now. But I just don't think they have enough, man. I just don't think they have enough. I think the Warriors have the glow, and I would say I think the Warriors will win in 6.
Okay, well, let me jump in here before you embarrass yourself in front of the whole wide world again, Mr. Hawks in 5.
Okay.
We on opposite ends of the track with this one. Me personally, I would like to see the Cavs not win this finals. And you guys know I'm a LeBron James fan. I like LeBron James. I hate the Cleveland Cavaliers organization. I hate Dan Gilbert. And I'm going to be honest with you. As a Heat fan, I feel like the Cavs fans don't even deserve to have LeBron again. I'm going to be honest. When you trash a guy, yo, I mean, this strong on sports. I'm going to keep it real. The way LeBron left, now the whole decision thing was bad, but I tell people all the time, he didn't owe that team anything. They drafted him, they signed him, he had a 7-year deal, he gave him 7 years. He could have did that temper tantrum, I want out. He played his whole contract, and he gave his all to that team. He competed for those guys, and he wanted to pursue other options, and they treated him like crap because of it. Which on the flip side, if they draft LeBron and he comes out there and he's a bust, they get his ass up out of there quick, fast, in a hurry. I don't like that team. I don't like that owner, and I don't feel like those fans deserve this guy back. That being said, this guy is still the greatest player in the league. And don't get me wrong, Steph is also that dude. Steph is the real-life rainmaker. But the one thing we haven't seen in this whole playoff run is how Steph matches up against a team that plays him physical. I told you this off camera. The one team that I felt like really had a chance in the West of derailing what the Warriors had going on was the Clippers. Because I knew that CP3 would get up in Steph. Pause if needed. He would get up in him. And I don't feel like he's faced that. But, you know, even though he's not a starter over there, Cleveland got a little scrappy guy that'll dive straight in your damn kneecaps. This guy right here is going to really get physical with Steph. And I'm not saying that Steph is a coward. He's soft and that it's going to take him out of his game. But I think with Steph, you can't stop him. You have to frustrate him. And if nothing else, Dellavedova can frustrate people, as seen by the people's elbow he almost caught in the tip of his head. I like Cleveland in 6 in this series. And I'm going to tell you why. LeBron James has the ability to make people around him better than who they normally are. Steph can go off and he can just go wheels. And if Steph goes, even if he has an off game, Clay can go wheels. Draymond can play. I mean, it's a lot of guys on this team that can play. But the problem, I feel like, and it's not a problem, but the issue is when Steph is cooking, Steph is the primary ball handler. So you got 4 other guys just standing around. They're not doing anything. And I think that could hurt them in this series. So I'm going to go Cavs in 6. Watch LeBron do what LeBron do. Watch he make Iman and JR and all these guys, watch he make them look like really good players. Watch.
I mean, either way, I'm good with whoever wins. I just think the Warriors have the glow. I would love for the Cavs to get it. You know what I mean? For LeBron to get that championship for Cleveland, because I think after man, the way people just be so hard on LeBron, man. He gotta be the most scrutinized player ever. Not in the NBA,
and it won't
not
change.
In the NBA.
Even if they win this year, bro, it won't change because they're going to say, well, he still had to go to Cleveland, and then he had to ship out Wiggins and bring in this guy. They're never going to give him an out, man.
I think if he get it for Cleveland, man, they got to stay off LeBron.
They won't.
He done went to the finals. Is it what, 5 years in a row?
5 years in a row.
Come on, man. That's just amazing. That's something Michael Jordan and these guys never did. And don't get me wrong, I love MJ, and I know somebody in the comment section going to say if MJ wouldn't have retired, which I agree with, but he did.
I was going to say, I'm about to say it.
Yeah, you know, if
but you know what they say about if, right?
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I would love for whoever win it. I just hope we get a great series. That's what I want. You know, a lot of people talk about last year's series with the Spurs and the Heat, but you know what? It was a good series. I know the NBA really don't like the Spurs being in the finals because they boring to watch, but they just put on a beautiful display of basketball last year, and I hope we get something similar this year.
Agreed.
You ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
Spade, this going kind of hit you in the heart, in the ticker right here. You know what I'm saying? Your boy D.Wade has kind of been in the news, and not because of his crazy baby mama. He been in the news because D.Wade wants 3 years, $50 million extensions. Spade,
right?
Spade. Miami cannot give this to D.Wade, can they?
Man, as you could imagine. You know, I've been really doing my research on this, which I didn't have to do that much because I knew this was going to come up. I suspected it. Let me say that.
Okay.
This situation is weird. For those that don't know, basically what you got in D.Wade is a 34-year. I think if he's not 34, he's about to be 34. 34-year-old shooting guard who, when healthy, is definitely one of the top shooting guards in the league. He is, however, injury prone. He doesn't have a jumper that'll really break down a defense. And he's asking for a pretty substantial amount of money. It's easy to dismiss this as D.Wade being crazy. I'm going to tell you why it's not, though. The last 2 times D.Wade has been at the negotiating table with the Miami Heat, he's taken a cut. He took a cut just last year. So what he's been doing is he's been the guy to say, you know what? I don't know if you guys watch Breaking Bad. I know Breaking Bad's gone, but it's the scene in Breaking Bad when, you know, Mike and these guys, they're running their own operation. And Mike's like, we got to get this to this guy. We got to take care of my guys. And Jesse's like, you can take out of my cut. Well, D-Wade's been that guy. He's been like, okay, we trying to keep LeBron. You can take out of my cut. We need to bring in some pieces. You can take out of my cut. Well, nobody lets you take out of their cut unless they're expecting to get that back later. D-Wade is now looking for his get back. And if this is anybody else with D-Wade's situation, I don't give him the money. But if you the Heat and you don't give D-Wade this contract that he's asking for, you really, really, really take a moral hit. It's a business side to this and it's a moral side to this. And morally, you owe this guy, bro. 2 times he's taken a pay cut. Yo, you know what? You know what they did with some of his last money from the pay cut? They went and got Luol Deng. Luol Deng didn't really give us anything. He didn't give the Heat anything this year. I'd rather you gave that money to D-Wade. I can tell that you disagree with me. What do you think?
Spade. First of all, they ain't in the business of, I'm doing the cool fingers here, taking care of their own. They're not in the business for that, man. They're in the business of making smart decisions. And Pat Riley and those guys, they're not going to give D-Wade that money.
So you would screw over D-Wade?
Man, they can't give D-Wade. You can't give that guy $50 million to play 30, 40 games, man. He
only missed 20 games last season, first off.
Bro, if they do, they put in their franchise in the cross-face chicken wing for the next 3 years, man.
He only missed 20 games last year, bro.
Spade, that's not enough, man.
62 games isn't enough?
Did they make the playoffs?
They didn't. But you know what? Even in the 62 games he played, he averaged 21.5 points a game. He is the high scorer for that team. They brought in the Dragon, Goran Dragic, who I thought was an excellent pick. He didn't really look like it down here. Now, I'll give him some time to jail, but for what it's worth.
I was about to say, come on, he was new to the scheme. Like, he ain't never.
I give him that.
Used to that He was up to that fast tempo crap over there in Phoenix, man. He wasn't doing no half-court offense like this. Like, it was 7 seconds or less over there.
He didn't look like what anybody expected him to look. Luol Deng hasn't looked like anything we thought he would look like.
Gordon Dragic had some good games over there. He had some decent games.
I ain't talking about some good games, man. This is 6 man on somebody's team. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I'm talking about. This guy, he's supposed to come in and be our quarterback. He's the quarterback for the Miami Heat. That's the point guard. He the guy that we want. Oh boy, they grow him up under.
Man, you can't give. If you know what? If the Heat give Wade that money, they clearly don't care about the future or for the next 3 years. Oh, Spade. This is why I'm a big guy. I'm a big fan of guys that go get their money. When LeBron came out and was like, "Nah, I want to get paid." LeBron, you should get paid.
But LeBron took pay cuts too, bro. Before that. See, that's the same situation. He took pay cuts, and then at one point he was like, "Okay, I ain't no more pay cuts. I want my bread." And D.Wade is there.
Yeah, but Wade is a couple years too late. He should have been said,
"I agree.
Ain't no more pay cuts, B. What pay cuts? It shouldn't have been no more pay cuts. You know what I mean? Now it's too late. You've been injury prone. You can't shoot. You on the other end of your prime, like you on the other end.
He's still contributing 21 and a half. Let me say this, and then we got it, because this going to end up being a super long show, so I got to shut up. But let me say this. D-Wade, if you watching, because you my homeboy, I believe you do watch. If Miami don't treat you right and you feel like dipping, and somebody will offer you what you willing to take, I'm cool, man. If you want to go to Chicago, just where you from, you know, I'm cool. But Dwayne,
we ain't giving D-Wade no $50 million when we got Jimmy Butler over there about to get a max.
But Dwayne, let me tell you this, Dwayne. If by any chance your ass end up in Cleveland, Ohio, I want you to know that I am going to trash you on this very show. Man, because he was critical of LeBron for going to Cleveland, and that's his home. LeBron went home and D-Wade was throwing shots on IG like, you know, when the tough get going, the tough stay put. Like, he was throwing shots. We was loving it. Heat fans was like, bang, bang, bang. We was loving that. So if you, in turn, follow that guy, we're going to trash you. I'm personally going to trash you on this show.
Oh,
I'm going to trash him. He better not go to Cleveland.
Man,
I know that.
Miami, make the smart business decision.
Pay the guy.
Make the smart business. No, make the smart business decision.
Pay the guy.
And do not. I can't. You know what? I want to know what the fans think. Do you think D-Wade deserves this money? Not deserve, because he deserves the money.
Bingo.
Do you think the Miami Heat, should they give him the money?
They owe him the money, bro. It was like a loan.
They don't owe him nothing. They don't owe him anything.
All right.
He been paid for his services.
Okay.
It was his decision to take less money. Dummy.
Oh, calm down, Dwayne. I'm going to talk to him off camera. Get your money, man. He's out of control.
Get your money from the jump, man.
Okay, let's move forward. Let's move forward. We got an action-packed show today.
I don't want to move forward, Spade. I don't want to move forward. I got something to ask you, Spade.
Go ahead.
I got something to ask you, Spade. If SAS was to ever blow up Kuwait and take off,
all right,
and they was like Spade, you the max player. You the max player on SAS.
All right.
And you gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna take less money for Le Paris?
Yeah, you might do.
Oh nah.
So you wouldn't do that for your boy? You wouldn't take less so they can keep me?
Spade. Listen, let me tell you what I do for you. I'm gonna be like Spade.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna be like
Spade. We got a whole new problem here. So I'm off the show. I'm gonna run solo.
Can I talk? I'm gonna be like Spade. They want to give me $100 million. Let me get the $100 million.
Nah.
I'm gonna hit you on the back end tax free. I hit you on the back end tax free.
Nah. I done seen cats change their phone number way too quick. I can't get up to Jersey.
But I ain't that type of guy. But I wouldn't even allow you.
But you the type of guy to let them cut me out so you can get a big contract? That sounds like the same type of guy to me.
What are you talking about? They're not cutting you out. They're not cutting you out.
But they gonna give me a little punk ass contract so
I wouldn't even allow. If they be like Spade, we want to offer you $100 million and we want to give Le Paris $20 million, and you be like, yo, I wouldn't even allow you to take that cut, bro. I wouldn't even allow you.
Well, we two different kinds of people because I got a little D-Wade in me. I would say that's crazy. Why don't you cut it down the middle? You know, or even if you don't cut it down the middle, let's do like a 55-45. Why I got to be all up here? My man got to be all down there. I wouldn't even let that happen. I wouldn't let that happen.
When I slide you a cool 20 on the back end, tax free, you're gonna be like my dude. You're gonna be like my dude.
Now, you know what I'm gonna say? Okay, you slid me 20 which means that you still got 80 and I still got 40. We still ain't nowhere close. So now that won't work for your boy. That won't work.
Come on, man.
Let's move forward, man, because these people ain't got all day. They got stuff to do, I think. All right, so we having fun with this NBA news. So let's talk about another guy. I'm liking this guy. We got to contact this man and get him to guest on the show, man. But Jared Dudley, NBA journeyman, I like this guy. I told you earlier in the season of our show, in reference to Paul Pierce, that when people get older, man, they start biting that tongue. They just start strong-arming people and being a straight shooter and calling it like they see it. Jared Dudley, man, he kind of ruffled some feathers last week with two statements. One, he said most people don't want to play with Kobe Bean Bryant. He took it a step further. He said if you see MJ when he played for the Wizards, he was toning it back because he knew he wasn't that dude anymore. He said it was a game, he think it was about 70 games in, where Kobe had taken 100 more shots. You know, I mean, not a game, but I mean, at a point in the season, Kobe had taken like 100 more shots than the rest of the Lakers combined. And he said, we love you, Kobe, but come on, man. You ain't it no more. He didn't say he ain't it no more. I said that. But basically what he's saying is, as Kobe's getting older, he should be toning down his expectation. But Kobe's still trying to prove to y'all he just jacking mad shots and people don't want to play with him. Well, when people were still trying to get right from that haymaker, he came back and said that Carmelo Anthony was the most overrated star in the league. Woo, the most overrated star in the league. And you know that one got people like, whoa. Man. So he later came back. Hold up, bro. He came back and apologized for the Carmelo statement. He didn't apologize for the Kobe statement. But even in the apology, it was like a backhanded compliment. You know how people be like, man, you look kind of dope today. For an idiot, you're like, whoa, what was, was that good? He said, I shouldn't have said that. He said that Carmelo is one of the top 3 probably scorers in the league, somewhere with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. I guess he never heard of Steph, but he said, he's a great scorer. It's just LeBron can find a way to make his teammates better and Carmelo can't. He said with that Knicks roster, LeBron would have had them at least a seed in the East. And I agree. And he went as far as to say, Carmelo, you got to do a better job of making your teammates better. That was in the apology. Man, how you loving this? Because I love it, man.
First of all, I agree. I agree with everything he said, man. I agree with everything he said. The funny thing is, this isn't nothing we haven't been saying about Melo already, man. Melo, instead of trying to go be a winner and take less money, I ain't mad at you, Melo. Get your bread. But you chose that. So now you got to lay in that bed, man. I don't want to hear 2 more years or next year or the year after Melo like, yo, I want to be traded because we ain't it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on the whole Kobe statement, man. What else we got?
Now, our favorite big guy we like to pick on this show, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard came, first of all, he just came off an amazing Game 5. Dwight Howard came to play that game. Not so much James Harden, but I got to throw that in there. But Dwight Howard came to play that game. But that's not what we're here to talk about. After the game, Dwight Howard came out and said, no matter how the season ended, he's still the champion, and nobody can tell him different. Dwight Howard, what is Dwight Howard talking about? Because I'm clueless.
You know what that is, man? That's what happened when you change stuff like field day. When I was young, man, field day was like a miniature Olympics. We used to plan all year for that mess, man. We used to train for it. Now everybody's a winner. And that's what you create. Dwight Howard losing in dramatic fashion and saying he's still a champion. No, you're not, Dwight. You're not a champ at all, bro. You're not. You're losing.
You want to know what I think it is, Spade? I don't know if you remember. Was it LeBron with the Cavs? I could be wrong. I think he was with the Cavs at the time. LeBron was at the press conference and he was like, y'all gonna go back to y'all little miserable lives. I'm gonna go back and, I think it's that I'm a winner because I got money. So either way, I'm winning in life. And you guys gotta go back to you guys' miserable job. So
he's winning in life. I mean, what he got? Like 6 kids and 8 baby mamas? He don't find a way for baby mamas to split babies.
I think
he's winning in life.
I think it's that I got $100 million contract. I don't gotta pay state tax down here in Texas. I think it's some of that. You don't buy none of that. You don't think it's none of that?
I really think it's related. Cause you know what, man? Dwight Howard got this thing where he laugh and he smile. Everything's a game to him. And I think that's how he keeps himself sane. You know, he just tells himself he's a winner. And for what it's worth, man, we really hard on Dwight, but Dwight balled out in this game.
He did.
I mean, at some point, he probably just wore tired. I mean, how hard can you ball out when James Harden keep passing to the other team? I mean, at some point, you like, why am I even trying? So for that game, Dwight probably would have been a champ for that game had James Harden showed up.
I mean, my last point, then we can move on, because this ain't nothing we need to stay long-winded on. But
I know, right?
Dwight Howard, I want you to care a little more. I want you to care more than the fans. For you to come out and say you still a champion, you clearly don't care. I want you to be kind of distraught about the loss. Be like, man, we got work to do. Don't come out and say you the champ. You ain't the champ. What, you the people's champ? What are you, the foosball champ? What are you, the ping pong champ? Come on, man. Like, I want you to be a little bit more hurt up about the loss, man. Like, I think fans definitely care more than these players. They lose a game and still say I'm a champion. How? No, you're not.
I don't know. I don't know that I agree though. I mean, I'm giving him a hard time, but I think that's just that's his psyche. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Everybody has a different psyche to keep them going. For me, after a loss, I'm like, I want to say this, man. I know we got to move forward, but I was so impressed to see James Harden go and find all the Warrior starters and dap them up and give them love. I can't lose like that. If I lost like they lost and played like James Harden played, I ain't talking to no media. I'm not dapping people up. I'm in my car. I might not even hit the showers at the arena. I got a shower at home. I'm out. I don't want to talk to nobody after a loss. Yeah. And the league want them to talk and still be approachable. And if that's what you got to do to get your mental psyche right, then I'm okay with it. Because, bruh, I ain't talking to nobody after that loss. Could you talk to people after that loss?
Yeah, I could.
Not me.
I could. I'm gonna be up there like, man, we got to get better. I don't know what got to change. You know, I'm going to be up there. It's going to be how I feel. Like, I'm going to be mad, but I'm going to talk.
Not me.
I mean, there's been plenty of times I lost games and we had to go slap the other team hand, man. So, it's just what you got to do, man.
Right.
It's what you got to do.
I agree. Well, man, let's get a little bit of NFL news. I know it's not NFL season, but we can't wait for it to come back. So, with that being said, man, let's talk about Andre Johnson. We know this guy is the quiet assassin, perennial all-star wide receiver of once upon a time the Houston Texans. Just recently came out in a statement and said what we all knew anyway. He said his last couple of years in Houston was extremely frustrating. He's happy to be out of there and he feels rejuvenated on this new team. Now, I knew that was happening. You know, you and I spoke and I was like, man, they got Andre Johnson, a great wide receiver, and they get in the red zone and they throw touchdown passes to their defensive linemen. That would infuriate me. I mean, they gotta know that that's a slap in the face of this guy. And I mean, it's not much news here. I just felt like talking about Andre. How you feel about that?
Let me tell you, I'm really, really, really happy for Andre Johnson to be out of the Texans. First of all, they never had a QB. I know y'all gonna be like, well, what about Matt Schaub?
Never had a QB.
Cheeked. He always was cheeked. He never had a QB.
Never.
I'm just glad that he's over there with Andrew Luck. I'm glad he's feeling rejuvenated. I hope Andre have a big year with the Colts, man. Because the way the Texans was using him, man, they just was not using that guy how Andre Johnson should have been used.
Agreed.
And I think Andrew Luck, him playing with T.Y. Hilton, T.Y., you already know he's a speedster. Andre Johnson gonna be more of that possession wide receiver. Hopefully, I'm praying that he can stay healthy.
They got two speedsters now. Philip Dorsett, the other wide receiver they just drafted.
Philip Dorsett, and they got Moncrief, they got the tight ends, man. They got a smorgasbord of weapons over there in Indianapolis. I just want Andre Johnson to stay healthy. I'm glad he's feeling rejuvenated. I love Andre Johnson, man. For him to put up those numbers with the Texans, with those QBs, shows that he was an amazing guy down there, man.
I think he should have been left.
Appreciated him.
I think he should have left a long time ago.
Yeah, man. It's that loyalty that you're talking about.
Right.
Stop being loyal. Get the hell up out of it and go somewhere that's going to give you the money and you can win. Because Andre Johnson, you was one of those players that could have got the money and went to a winner. But you want to be loyal, man. Well, ain't no loyalty in these leagues, man.
You got a point. You got a point.
Moving on. Another guy that's a fan favorite on this show, Johnny Manziel. So we know Johnny Manziel is out of rehab. He's in OTAs over there practicing. His teammates are saying Johnny Manziel is a better teammate. He been coming to work. Like, it ain't none of that bull crap. He's been coming to the job and he want to work. You want to get better. But reports are that Johnny Manziel is struggling in the new offense and that he's looking like a fish out of water. Like, Johnny Manziel ain't looking right in this new offense, Spade. What you think about Johnny Manziel?
Man, Johnny hadn't looked like a fish in water since college. He looked like a fish out of water last year to me. I mean, this isn't news that Johnny Manziel don't know the offense. He didn't know the offense last year, did he? Didn't look like it.
Didn't look like it.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
Johnny Manziel, to me, he should be on his way out of the league. Like, he got to start making some type of contribution. I'm serious. He got to start making some type of contribution to the team. I'm not saying he's got to be the starter, lead his team to the promised land, but even if he's just a warrior in practice, even if he shows up, and gives his all in practice and he solidifies his spot as the reserve QB, I'm okay with it. But at this point, I feel like he's surviving off of his antics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Johnny, I want to see Johnny do something. Like, get serious. We know you got bread and you don't need this NFL money, but you need to either be all the way in or all the way out. I feel like he's got a foot on both sides right now, man.
See, I'm with you right there, too. I want Johnny to... I don't want to hear you call yourself Johnny Football. You got your Johnny Football trademark with Nike. Bruh, I don't want to see none of that. I want you to be Johnny Manziel. I want you to be Johnny Manziel, quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, and I want you to play football, man. All that extracurricular crap, you could do that when you it. Right now, you not it.
Preach.
When you it, you can do what Tom Brady doing, jump off mountains in the grottos, and you can do all that because Tom Brady is it. Johnny Manziel, you not it. Play football. Like, stop doing. Johnny Football went to this guy's head. He got a little too much too fast, and I'm hoping he toned it down. His teammates are saying all the right things. They're saying that he's a better guy in the locker room and everything. So we have to see how all this plays out this year, man.
Yeah, we want to see you win, Johnny. You got to play, man. All that college stuff, leave that in college, man.
That's right. I agree.
All right, bro. Well, let's wrap the show up, man. I told you it was going to be a hell of a show. It's been a bang show. But let's do our strong arm performers of the week. I'm going to go first. You all right with that?
Okay. James Harden?
Wait, bro. Let me chill.
Oh.
I wanted to come out here and tell you about my strong arm performer of the week who had 45 points, 9 dimes, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals, facing elimination in the game that kept his team from being swept. That guy is James Harden. I don't really feel comfortable giving it to him after what happened in Game 5. So, what I want to do instead is just say, I don't have a strong arm performer. Like, I was so prepared to give it to James Harden. I don't know who I give it to. Do I give it to Lil B? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wow. So you just gonna not have a strong arm performer because you couldn't give it to James Harden?
I mean, I could give it to James Harden. They had 45 points facing elimination. That was a strong arm performance, wouldn't you say?
So you give yours. So it's James Harden again.
I mean, I'm kind of giving it to nobody.
All right. SAS, you see how you do, y'all, man?
What?
Instead of, you know what, I'm done. But let me get into my strong arm performer. And I didn't want to give it to Steph because that's just too easy. I'm tired of giving it to the same guys. So you know who I'm going to give my strong arm performer to, Spade?
Riley Curry.
Well, she got on the mic. She's not shy.
She got
gave it to her. But I'm gonna give it to everybody that tunes into this show every week. I'm gonna give it to our subscribers, our fans, our supporters, man. We cannot do this show without you guys. You guys come through and support. You guys light the comment section up on both our channels. I know it get a little hectic. You guys be tuning in and y'all be like, man, I don't know where they posting today. We got the podcast. You guys have just been showing amazing support, and when I decided to give it to you guys because I've been posting the podcast and the audio podcast, excuse me. And I mean, like, in sports and recreation, man, we are like number 90 feel like numbers. We steady climbing them charts, and we cannot do that without you guys. So for that reason, you guys are my strong arm performer of the week. Thank you guys for your continued support. Go ahead.
I said I can dig that. That was dope. You kind of cheated a little bit.
I want to thank you guys for your continued support. It's not cheesy. You gave yours to James Harden. Chill, bro. But I want to thank you guys for your continued support, man. It's been a great show, Spade. You got anything else to add?
Nah, man.
If that's the case, you know what I mean? As usual, if you're new, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. Jump in those comment sections about the topics we had today. I guess we'll see you guys next episode, man. It's been a great show, Spade.
Peace.